Howdy, everybody. Well, the UK now is in lockdown again for at least a month. Oh, fun, fun, fun. And for me, the lockdown makes no sense. It's just control. And it will destroy a lot of small businesses and cause a lot of suffering. It's even worse than the pandemic itself. But I want to take a look at humans on this beautiful planet. Well, it looks beautiful from space, but human nature is usually always the same, and our primeval instincts always rule our lives, even though a lot of people think they're so civilized. And I can still remember when I was a young man, way back when. And I was interested in adventures, comradeship with other men, but most important to me was sex. And with each generation, the same thing gets played out. And it's natural. It ensures that the female gets impregnated and will get pregnant at some point. Of course, we're not like the male deer, the buck, who goes crazy a few weeks of the year. Young men go crazy for it all the time for a while. I call it the fever. Now, a man is a very visual creature. He will like a female just for the look of her and her body. And of course, females know this. That's why they dress up in their provocative clothes and wear makeup all the time. They know the game very well. Of course, females are looking for a male that will provide for her. And the female is supposed to be more caring, more meaningful, more motherly, and apparently more sophisticated, so she can turn this rough man into some better human. But over the time on this planet, and it's been a while, I've noticed something I'd like to share with you and see what you think. It's been my experience that men have deeper feelings than females do. And yet, of course, it's drummed into our heads it's the other way around. Now, I've seen men go with females that are rather large, but they stay with them, sometimes marry them, because the female has a personality and he cares for her. And I've also seen the male care for his children very deeply. And I know this doesn't seem right because everything being pushed is how the female has all the feelings. But I've seen females care for their children, but usually only in a superficial way. It doesn't appear to be very deep. I've seen men stay with their females even though the females are self-destructing. But the man stays with her because he loves her. And although women are the ones that say love all the time, I believe man knows what it is, and females do not. And I've also seen females who appear to care for their males too, because they have a good job or have power or prestige but when all that goes away for some reason, it's not long before the female goes away too. To me, everything about a female is virtual signaling and very superficial, even the feelings. We've all seen these females that go with these guys and all of a sudden these females like this and like that. And then they finish with the man and go with another guy, and all of a sudden they like something else. It's almost as if the female doesn't really have anything written or hardwired in their brain. Whereas a man, his upbringing makes him who he is, gives him character. And I have seen females who bond with their children, but I've never seen a stronger bond than a man and his children. Or a man and his lifelong friends that he bonds with when he's young, and they stay friends for life. But men do have a weakness when they're young for sure, and that is sex. And the females have used that weakness ever since time has begun. But the way females have evolved now, there's hope on the horizon for us men. Because as men are visual creatures, and females are looking more and more unattractive all the time. It gives young men a breather to do other things, and they find out they had more fun anyway. And I don't really know what this video is really all about, but I think it's about I've noticed that men have deeper, more meaningful feelings than females do. In pretty much everything. It's like a big desert, and the men are the rocks, and the females are the tumbleweeds. See, I'm a male, and good God, that's so deep, isn't it? My God, that's deep, isn't it? I think it's deep.
Well,
Don't
yeah,
you think it's deep?
deepish. A little bit deepish, yeah.